All right, guys, today I've got 7 weird YouTube channels that everyone ignores, but they make at least 5 figures a month. Now, these are going to be truly weird YouTube channels. Like, just wait until you see some of these ones that I have on the list. And the point of this is not to tell you that you should make a weird YouTube channel, right? Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't, but that's not the point. The point is to show you that people out there are making money doing all kinds of random things. And if you just do something normal, you can also make money on YouTube as well. And I want to be able to inspire you and motivate you to see what's possible and see what's out there. So if you appreciate me making these types of videos, let me know by gently tapping that like button. And let's jump in with a super weird one, number 1, which is Mr. Doodle. So Mr. Doodle helps people experience meditative joy and creative inspiration by documenting his process of covering entire surfaces from walls to bridges to Disney characters with intricate black and white doodle patterns. Yes, he is absolutely obsessed with doodle patterns. I mean, look at his channel banner, look at his avatar, look at the clothes he wears. I mean, this guy just takes it to a whole nother level. And his most viewed video is I Doodled My House, original version. This was about 3 years ago. And this video got 7.96 million views and made about $39,000 according to ViewStats. Now, just to be clear, ViewStats and vidIQ, they almost always underestimate how much these creators are making. And I know that because I've worked with literally thousands of creators, and I've even gathered data and done entire scientific studies basically breaking down like how much they're making. And vidIQ and ViewStats typically underestimate how much they're making on AdSense alone. Now, keep in mind, this is just the AdSense alone. If he's properly monetizing, he's making at least double or triple that. Just to put that in perspective, this channel, Shane Hummus, makes about $20 per 1,000 views from AdSense. Those are the ads that pop up on the channel. We make about $300 to $500 per 1,000 views from all revenue sources. So we're making about 20 times more than just AdSense alone. All right, guys, in the editing process right now, and I just wanted to mention that if you're struggling to grow on YouTube, you're having trouble getting views, subscribers, making money, or even picking a niche, I'm gonna be hosting a free one-time live workshop that goes over exactly how to help with that, how to finally profit from youtube.com. So make sure to mark that down, and also make sure to click the link in the description and the pinned comment below so you don't miss out. And if you attend live, you'll also have a chance to be the one person I pick for a real-time channel audit once we move into the interactive portion of the workshop. And if you feel unsure about what niche to choose, or you're worried that your niche might be too broad or it's not profitable enough, then this workshop is for you, because I'll be giving away the Niche Validator Pro 2.2. This is the latest and most optimized version of my GPT-powered niche validation tool, and it helps you instantly test and uncover profitable YouTube niches before you waste time creating content that doesn't bring in leads, sales, or money. So if you've been on the fence, this is definitely a good time to pick it up. Now, during the workshop, there's a full presentation on how to grow on YouTube, followed by a Q&A where you can ask me questions directly on Zoom. And people do ask a lot of questions, the majority of the time about niche, and many people walk away with niche clarity during the session itself. And the same strategies I teach are the ones that help clients like Nicole, who went from 85 subscribers to $85,000 in a single month, Seth, who went from years without a viral video to immediately getting 300,000 views right after starting working with us, or Davis, who scaled from 100K a month and was able to remove himself from recording. And even people who aren't clients, like Isaiah, were able to make $20,000 only using the free content and live workshop strategies. So make sure you show up, click the link in the description or the pinned comment to register. And if you missed the date, that's okay. Check the link still to see when the next workshop is happening, or to sign up to a list that will tell you when the next one does. So see you Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now back to the video. But anyways, Mr. Doodle here does have a shop, and he does have a website. So if he knows what he's doodling or doing with this doodling, then he may be making a good amount of money from this. So he's got a shop here that has a bunch of different doodle related stuff, shirts, mugs, stuff that you can put on your walls, bags, hoodies, phone cases, backpacks, etc. And not gonna lie, these actually look pretty epic. I mean, I'm like, this is actually extremely good artwork here. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are buying these. And he's also got a website. I'm sure that he makes art that actually goes up in art galleries. He's probably getting pretty well known for his specific type of art. And there's many other ways of monetizing that, from selling your paintings to getting hired to make custom art for people, etc. So I would imagine he is very likely monetizing this significantly better than just AdSense alone. He's probably making 6 to 7 figures, and if he isn't, and if he sees this, make sure you book a call with us, because we will help you get there. And at the very least, attend our free training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Links in the description and the pinned comment below. All right, so I told you that I had some weird channels for you. I mean, that channel is super weird, but actually we got some weirder ones coming up. So prepare yourself. Because the next one is Tian Long Handwork. Now I'm probably saying the name wrong. This is a relatively new channel as well, about a year old or so. But yeah, Tian Long Handwork. And basically they create hyper detailed miniature ships and architectural models by hand using bamboo sticks to showcase traditional craftsmanship and extreme patience. And their about section says, "Hello everyone, I am Tian Long, a bamboo stick craftsman from China. If you like my videos, please follow me." Now, their most popular video was posted about 1 year ago. It's built a silent Mary model with bamboo mats in 60 days. This video got about 8 million views and made over $42,000. And according to view stats, they're making about $4,000 to $11,000 a month. So like I said before, vidIQ and view stats almost always underestimate how much they're making. So I would bet that it's on the upper end, if not above the upper end, in terms of how much they're making just from AdSense alone on YouTube. And it does look like he has some links to some other stuff, so he may be able to monetize outside of YouTube as well. Additionally, he could have affiliate links to different craftsman related stuff. He could have sponsorships, etc. So if he's doing it right, he's definitely making at least $10,000 a month. So yeah, very interesting channel, building massive museum quality ship models like the Titanic, Black Pearl, Chinese warships, and he's just using bamboo sticks and glue. Then he either paints them or he burns them down on camera after millions watched him build them, believe it or not. Pretty crazy. That's what makes this channel so weird, is that he builds these amazing, beautiful ships, and then he'll oftentimes just burn them down. That's the part that really blew my mind here. But yeah, very interesting channel, super niche, making really good money doing what he loves. All right, next one is TMT, and that stands for The Mysterious Tech. And this is somebody who's actually anonymous. So they do have a personal brand, but they do it anonymously. And this is something that a lot of people really struggle with. Should I do personal brand? Should I do, faceless YouTube? Should I do like YouTube automation? Should I be anonymous, etc.? A lot of people ask themselves this question, and this is something that I'm gonna be answering in my training this Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But just as a bit of a way of dealing with the question right now, you can make any of those ways work as long as you build your brand in what I like to call the hybrid personal brand. Now, does that mean it's going to be a personal brand? Not necessarily. It can be faceless, it can be anonymous like this, but I like to call it the hybrid personal brand because people feel like they're talking to another human being, and that makes them more likely to watch your videos, subscribe to your videos, and of course, buy your stuff or take your advice and recommendations on other stuff to buy, which means monetize your channel correctly. So again, I will be going over exactly how to do that this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my live workshop, okay? So definitely check that out. Links in the description and the pinned comment below. Now, in this channel's About section, they say that they are the world's most mysterious tech channel, and I would have to agree. And basically, they help non-technical people make smart tech buying decisions by debunking common misconceptions and explaining what actually matters before major purchases. And the guy basically records himself explaining PC parts and telling people if they need to buy these parts and is it worth it, etc. And he does all of this while covering his face with a mask to make his approach unique. Now, I think one thing that makes his channel interesting and unique is a lot of the big tech YouTubers, let's be honest, they're kind of sponsored by certain companies, or they might not be sponsored, but they have really positive relationships with these companies. And even if the company comes out with something that's not so good, they kind of just have to ignore it, or in some cases, they actually still say good things about it. And I think everybody kind of knows that this happens in the tech world, and I think that's one of the reasons why this channel has had so much success, because they are anonymous and therefore they don't really have a personal relationship with those companies. Now, this is their most viewed video right here. Watch this before you buy a laptop.
So how can I compare laptop processors according to their rendering performance?
It got about 6.5 million views and made about $32,000. Pretty freaking epic. Now, the thing about tech review channels is they can make far far more money with affiliate, sponsorship, and other ways of monetizing outside of just AdSense. So with this video that got 32,000 views, I would be willing to bet he probably made more like $300,000 from this video. So one video, you get to buy a new house, at least in some parts of the US. Not bad. And to be completely honest with you, there are certain types of niches that are just way better for monetizing than other niches. And this is something that you want to be aware of. Not that you shouldn't go for your passion, right? You should do something that you actually enjoy, but at the same time, you shouldn't completely ignore the money. Because if it's something you really enjoy that you can't make any money from, then it's probably best to just keep it as a hobby. And this is something that I help a ton of different people do, pick their niche. And a lot of the time people actually pick their niche while they're on my live training. So check that out this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Now, the next channel I found is Nobody. No, I mean, I found a channel, but the channel is called Nobody. No, seriously, it is. And also, the picture on the channel is the back of somebody's head. And this channel basically helps overwhelmed students, creatives, and knowledge workers achieve mental clarity by creating atmospheric classical music playlists for specific emotional states and productivity needs. So this video they posted right here, for instance, music for aura farming, pretty funny. And they posted this video about 3 years ago, a playlist for night studies, dark academia. And that video got 13 million views and made over $18,000. Now, this is something that I especially appreciate as somebody who actually went all the way through pharmacy school, got my doctorate. So I basically went through the top, like all the way through the academic system. And there were many, many, many long nights of studying that I had to go through where the last thing in the world I wanted to do was study. And one of the things that I would do to make myself study, of course, is listen to music. Now, this channel wasn't around at that time that when I was going through pharmacy school, but I would have absolutely enjoyed this channel, and I enjoyed a lot of similar channels. Now, this one specifically is quite interesting though, because the branding is just so good. It uses a lot of classical music or the types of music that really help you concentrate. And it kind of uses a lot of like classical paintings or visuals that have the same vibe as the music and probably similar vibes to what you're feeling when you're forcing yourself to study at 2 a.m. the night before a test. So yeah, this channel, they're getting about 680,000 views in the last 7 days. That's about 2.5 million views a month. And it says they're making about $3,000 to $9,000 a month. I would guess it's probably quite a bit higher than that. And additionally, they've got a Discord, they've got a Spotify, etc. So they're likely monetizing when people listen to them on Spotify too. And most of those people are finding them through YouTube. So yeah, very quirky, weird, interesting channel that we found here. Really like it a lot. And it's just cool to know that there are people making full-time incomes with something like this, just making interesting music to help other people study in a very weird, quirky way. All right, the next channel is super weird, super interesting, and it might be super helpful to certain people out there, and that is Coden Obscure. So this particular channel is all about ancient Japanese and, for the most part, samurai philosophy. So basically, they help ambitious individuals overcome laziness, bad habits, and lack of discipline by applying ancient Japanese wisdom and philosophy to modern self-improvement. So there's a lot of people out there that are quite fascinated with Japanese culture and kind of like samurai culture. And also there's a lot of wisdom from these ancient cultures that are not taught in the modern world, or they should be emphasized more in the modern world. And some people really resonate with certain types of wisdom over others. And so if there is somebody who really resonates with kind of like this samurai or Japanese type wisdom, then this is gonna be the type of channel they would absolutely love to watch. Now this channel's got almost 500,000 views over the last 7 days. They make about $6,000 to $19,000 a month. And their most popular video is, if you're ambitious but lazy, watch this samurai lesson, Kaizen method to success.
The lesson is clear. Preparation without practice is simply disguised procrastination.
Now, I have to say that I do resonate with this because I think Kaizen, for instance, is something that is very valuable, just the mindset of Kaizen. Another thing I really like that came from Japanese wisdom is Ikigai. I'm probably saying that wrong, but Ikigai has been very helpful for myself. It's also something that I teach to my students. For instance, I don't necessarily call it Ikigai, but I teach kind of the same concepts to my students, helping them choose their niche and helping them figure out how to properly monetize their channels, which is something I'll go over this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click that link in the description and the pinned comment below. It'll be a full full workshop, and then I'll stay afterwards as long as I need to answer any questions that you have, and it's completely free. So check it out. Link in the description in the pinned comment below. But back to this video, if you're ambitious but lazy, watch this samurai lesson. Got about 3 million views and made around $2,000. But it was just posted about 4 months ago. This channel is almost brand new and they're already blowing up. Now, they're probably pretty new to monetizing. If the owner of this channel sees this video, definitely we can help you out if you're having trouble monetizing. But they're selling an Inner Kaizen 90-day Samurai and Zen guided journal. Looks like they're selling another journal here and another journal. And they've got some different groups and stuff like that that they can go into. Additionally, they're launching other channels from that first channel. For instance, this one right here, Invest Kaizen. So yeah, I like what they're doing. Pretty smart. It looks like they're not focusing too much on monetization and they're focused more on expansion and growth at this point. But if they were monetizing correctly, I would be willing to bet from this channel alone, they're probably making $30,000 to $50,000 a month already. And this is a channel that they just started. All right, the next channel is called Ashens. And this is a very interesting channel. A little bit of comedy, technology, idiocy, a little bit negative in some ways. Some people might see it that way anyways. Some people would just, see it as funny. I guess it just depends on your type of humor. But basically what they do is they test the absolute worst products that capitalism has to offer, in their words, not mine, from fake Game Boys to microwave gas station sandwiches, all filmed on his iconic brown couch with dry, sarcastic commentary. So just as an example, Pac-Man the board game, the world's sharpest knife, Airphone 4 review, fake iPhone 4, whole chicken in a can, Ashens. So I'm guessing that's like some kind of food company. And then of course we've got Poundland Food Special, all day breakfast, Ashens. I'm guessing that's the same food company. And Poundland Food Special Pizza Stack. Looks very appetizing. That is me being dry and sarcastic, if you can't tell. But if you take their most popular video here, the world's sharpest knife.
Come on, my beauty. Let us demonstrate your unlimited power and cleave this hideous earth in twain.
It got 11 million views and made him over $59,000. And that's just from AdSense alone. Looks like he's got Extra Ashens, which is another YouTube channel that he probably promoted with his first YouTube channel. So he might be making some decent money with that. And then of course he's got a Patreon with about 1,200 members. And it probably has some different membership options and he might be making some decent money from that as well. But it looks like he's not really trying too hard to monetize his channel and he's probably making most of his money through AdSense. But yeah, I would be willing to bet definitely if you take the average of what he's made on this channel, it seems a bit boomer bust. He'll have a big video that pops off and then he won't post for a while. He's likely made at least $10,000 a month. But I also think that he could be monetizing this channel significantly better and he's definitely under monetizing it and he could be doing a lot better. Maybe he doesn't care for that, maybe he doesn't want to, but if he does see this and he wants to monetize better, reach out to us, right? Attend our live training, check out what we, some of the stuff that we've helped other people do. And then if you want to, you can find our link and you can book a call with us. Now, the last one I'm gonna go over is this channel called David Firth. Now, I think that this channel is quite interesting because it's kind of similar to something you'd see on TV, like South Park or Rick and Morty. In fact, some people would argue that it's probably even more entertaining than South Park or Rick and Morty. Now, I typically don't go over pure entertainment channels, and this is kind of a pure entertainment channel for the most part. And the main character on this channel is Salad Fingers. And basically, David Firth helps people experience unsettling dark comedy and surreal horror through a disturbing animated series that explores the psychological discomfort and absurdist nightmare scenarios that he conjures deep within his mind. Now, he actually started this channel quite some time ago. He's been doing this for well over 15 years now. And in the last 28 days, he's made $100,000 to $277,000. And that's just from AdSense alone. Absolutely crazy. And if you look at this video, Cream.
No.
This video got 32 million views and made about $160,000. So like I said, I usually don't cover entertainment channels because I think that entertainment is extremely saturated, very competitive, much harder to monetize as well. And you basically have to make top tier content to make entertainment content work. But with that being said, once in a while we do work with entertainment channels if they're willing to really, put in the work and make it happen. I think it really just depends on the situation. But he is likely monetizing investing in many other ways too. He's got a website, he's got a Patreon, etc. And I think what would be a huge breakthrough is if someone like David actually ended up taking his YouTube show and actually putting it on TV and it becomes something like a South Park or Rick and Morty, etc. I think that would be pretty epic. And it's just a matter of time until it happens. So yeah, guys, attend the live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click that link in the description in the pinned comment below. Additionally, there might or there might not be a link down there for you to book a call with us if you're very, very serious about growing and making money on YouTube. An example of someone who did that will pop up on the screen right now, and that'll be either a testimonial or an interview or a case study video, and you can actually go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you next time.